Have you ever noticed that standing up from a chair takes just a little more effort than it used to? Maybe your legs feel unsteady now and then, or there's a brief moment where your body hesitates, as if it's not quite responding like it once did. That small shift is easy to dismiss, but what if it's actually one of the first warning signs of a deeper change happening inside your muscles? This isn't just about getting older. It could be the early impact of a condition called sarcopenia, a silent and progressive loss of muscle mass that begins around midlife and becomes more aggressive after age 60. According to research published in The Lancet, sarcopenia is one of the leading causes of falls, mobility loss, and the need for long-term care in adults over 65. The risk doesn't come all at once. It builds quietly, and one of the most overlooked triggers happens not during the day, but at night. Yes, while you sleep. What you do in the hour before bedtime can either help your body rebuild muscle overnight or quietly accelerate its breakdown. A study from Maastricht University found that older adults who consumed a small amount of high-quality protein before bed experienced significantly more muscle repair and strength preservation, even without changing their activity levels during the day. So if you're relying only on a daily walk or stretching to stay strong, you might be missing the most powerful 8-hour window for protecting your mobility, while your body is at rest. That's why I'll share with you a simple, effective nighttime ritual, along with 6 other science-backed secrets to help your body preserve muscle and stay strong as you sleep. No intense workouts or costly supplements needed. Along the way, you'll discover powerful foods and nutrients that naturally support your legs, joints, and overall energy, all grounded in current research on aging and nutrition. These small changes can make a big difference in how strong and independent you feel. And make sure to stay with me until the end, because I'll also show you one common health food that many people over 50 eat every day, not realizing it could be slowly making their legs weaker. If you're ready to take back your strength and confidence as you age, go ahead and hit the like button. It's a small gesture that helps YouTube share this video with others who need it too. So stay tuned, because the best insights are saved for those who watch all the way through. Now let's dive in and explore the first step you can take tonight to protect your muscles and keep your strength for the years ahead. Secret number 1. The protein powerhouse. You might be using the wrong way. Greek yogurt. If you have Greek yogurt sitting in your fridge right now, great. You're already on the right track. But here's something most people don't realize. It's not just what you eat, it's how and when you eat it that makes all the difference, especially after 50. As we get older, our bodies go through a subtle but important shift called anabolic resistance. What that means in simple terms is this: your muscles don't respond to protein the same way they used to. You need more high-quality protein to get the same benefit that used to come naturally in your younger years. And that's where Greek yogurt shines, if you use it correctly. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is packed with leucine, an essential amino acid that does something incredible. Leucine acts like a biological on switch for a process called muscle protein synthesis, the body's natural way of repairing and building muscle tissue. Even if your diet includes protein, without enough leucine, your body may struggle to activate that muscle-building response. In other words, it's not just about eating protein, it's about eating the right kind of protein. So what does this mean for you? It could be the difference between rising from a chair confidently or needing to push off with both hands. It means having the strength to walk up a flight of stairs without that heavy-legged feeling. And it means being able to move, play, and live with more balance, without worrying about wobbles, stumbles, or slips. If your goal is to stay strong and independent, Greek yogurt, plain and unsweetened, can become a powerful ally. Try having one serving for breakfast or as a midday snack. Skip the sugary, fruit-flavored versions. Those often contain added sugars that promote inflammation, the hidden trigger behind joint pain and fatigue. If you need a little sweetness, go for a handful of fresh berries, which are full of antioxidants and won't spike your blood sugar. And remember, while the key bedtime ritual we'll discuss later helps protect your muscles overnight, it's also crucial to distribute quality protein like Greek yogurt earlier in the day, ideally at breakfast or as a midday snack. This ensures your muscles stay fueled and responsive throughout your daily activities, rather than trying to repair damage all at once at night. But Greek yogurt and leucine are just the beginning, because there's another, often ignored threat working against your muscles, something that protein alone can't fix. And that brings us to secret number 2. The anti-inflammatory shield your muscles have been waiting for. Wild-caught salmon. Let's talk about a hidden enemy that could be working against your muscles every single day. Even if you're eating all the right foods. It's called chronic low-grade inflammation, and it acts like a slow, silent fire that never quite goes out. You might not feel it as pain right away, but inside your body, it's there, wearing down muscle tissue, making your joints feel stiffer, and slowly weakening your strength and balance. Even worse, this hidden inflammation actually blocks your body from properly using protein. That means all the benefits from healthy choices, like Greek yogurt and leucine, can be muted if this internal fire isn't brought under control. So how do we fight back? We need something that calms the fire without causing more damage. And that's exactly what omega-3 fatty acids do. Especially the kinds found in wild-caught salmon, which is one of the richest sources of EPA and DHA, the most powerful anti-inflammatory fats nature has to offer. These omega-3s act like a protective shield for your muscles. They don't just reduce inflammation, they help preserve muscle cells, support faster recovery, and even improve how your body responds to protein. Research from institutions like Washington University School of Medicine has shown that older adults with higher levels of omega-3s tend to have better muscle function, stronger legs, and improved physical performance, all because that quiet inflammation is finally under control. And the benefits go beyond muscle. Omega-3s also support healthy brain function, blood flow, and heart health, making this one of the most impactful nutrients for aging well. So here's something simple you can do. Try to include 2 servings of wild-caught fatty fish, like salmon, each week. A portion about the size of your palm, 3 to 4 ounces, is enough to make a difference. And when possible, choose wild-caught. Farmed salmon tends to have a higher ratio of omega-6 fats, which can actually promote inflammation, the very thing we're trying to avoid. But let's be honest, not everyone enjoys fish, and some people may find it hard to cook or afford it regularly. If that's your case, don't worry. You can also consider high-quality omega-3 supplements, preferably ones that contain both EPA and DHA from marine sources. Look for supplements that are third-party tested for purity, to ensure they're free from heavy metals and contaminants, something especially important for adults over 50. While food is always the ideal source, supplements can be a smart and practical way to fill in the gaps and still support your muscle and joint health consistently. When inflammation is reduced, everything works better. You may find that your knees feel looser in the morning, your legs recover faster after walking, and climbing stairs or keeping up with your grandkids becomes easier and more enjoyable. But calming inflammation is only part of the picture. If you truly want to build strength, not just protect it, your body needs a specific nutrient that acts like fuel for every single movement. And unfortunately, it's one of the most overlooked deficiencies among adults over 50. If you're still with me right now, that means you're serious about your health. Before we wrap up, I want to share a bonus secret that surprises many. The banana myth, why this popular fruit, often seen as a healthy choice, might actually be working against your leg strength. Bananas are widely known as a nutritious snack, rich in potassium and often recommended for muscle health. However, recent studies suggest that for many adults over 50, frequent consumption of bananas might actually contribute to muscle fatigue and inflammation. Bananas contain a high amount of natural sugars and fast-digesting carbohydrates, which can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose levels. According to research published in Diabetes Care, older adults often experience decreased insulin sensitivity, meaning their muscles respond less effectively to insulin signals that promote nutrient absorption and muscle repair. This condition, called insulin resistance, can hinder muscle recovery and growth over time. Furthermore, bananas' natural sugars can promote low-grade inflammation and fluid retention in some individuals, factors linked to joint stiffness, swelling, and leg heaviness. A study in the Journal of Nutrition highlights how chronic inflammation contributes to muscle weakness and decreased mobility in seniors. If you notice your legs feeling heavier or more fatigued after eating bananas, it may be wise to moderate your intake and choose lower sugar fruits like berries, which provide antioxidants without triggering blood sugar spikes. Now, let's dive into a scientifically backed supplement that plays a vital role in muscle strength and recovery. That's what we'll explore next. Secret number 3. The forgotten muscle fuel, creatine. Now, when you hear the word creatine, you might picture a young guy at the gym slamming protein shakes and chasing big biceps. But let's leave that image in the past. Because for adults over 50, creatine isn't about bulking up. It's about keeping your independence. It's one of the most studied, safest, and most effective nutrients for supporting strength, balance, and reaction time in aging bodies. Here's the simple science. Every time you rise from a chair, catch yourself from tripping, or carry something across the room, your muscles need a quick burst of energy. That energy comes from a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. But here's the problem. Your muscles can only store a few seconds worth of ATP at a time. That's where creatine steps in. It acts like a fast-charging station, helping your body regenerate ATP on demand. With more available energy, your muscles respond quicker, move with more force, and stay active longer, without that drained, heavy feeling that often comes with age. And this isn't just theory. Research from McMaster University in Canada has shown that creatine supplementation in older adults significantly improves leg strength, balance, and overall mobility. It helps with the practical things: climbing the stairs to your bedroom, carrying all your groceries in one trip, and most importantly, having the split-second reaction time to catch yourself before a fall. In fact, some researchers now see creatine as a fall prevention tool just as much as a muscle support nutrient, and that's a game changer. Now, how do you use it? Stick with creatine monohydrate, the most proven and affordable form. A small dose of 3 to 5 grams per day, mixed into a glass of water, is enough to feel the benefits over time. It's tasteless, dissolves easily, and doesn't require fancy timing. And while it's generally safe for healthy adults, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor, especially if you have a history of kidney conditions or take medications that affect your kidneys. Remember, supplements like this can give your muscles a reliable edge, but they work best alongside a lifestyle rich in whole, nutrient-dense foods. And that brings us to secret number 4, a vegetable that's been quietly supporting muscle performance for decades, without most people ever realizing it. Secret number 4, the circulation booster your legs have been craving: spinach. You might remember Popeye and his famous spinach. And while he wasn't totally wrong, the real magic in spinach isn't just about iron. The true power of spinach for healthy aging lies in something much more fascinating: dietary nitrates. Now, don't get them mixed up with the nitrates found in processed meats. Those are harmful. But the nitrates in fresh veggies like spinach and beets are something else entirely. Here's what happens. When you eat spinach, your body converts those nitrates into a tiny molecule called nitric oxide, or NO for short. Think of nitric oxide as a natural messenger that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen, a process called vasodilation. Why is this so important? Because wider blood vessels mean better blood flow. And better blood flow means more oxygen, and nutrients reach your hardworking leg muscles. This improved circulation helps fight off the tired, heavy feeling you might get after just a short walk. It's like upgrading the fuel lines in your body's engine, so everything runs smoother and longer. According to a study published in the Journals of Gerontology, older adults who consumed a nitrate-rich diet showed improved muscle power and faster walking speeds. Real, measurable improvements that make a difference in daily life. What you'll notice is a new sense of endurance. Maybe you can walk through the grocery store without leaning on the cart. Maybe your legs feel lighter, more energized, and ready to keep moving all day. And as a bonus, This better blood flow can also help maintain healthy blood pressure levels, a big plus for anyone over 50. Here's the simple way to add this circulation boost to your routine. Add a big handful of fresh spinach to your salads, blend it into your morning smoothie, or sauté it lightly as a side dish. Just avoid boiling it too much. That can wash away those precious nitrates into the water. Now, while adding good foods is essential, what you remove from your diet can be just as important, sometimes even more so. Next, we'll uncover a surprising saboteur that's probably hiding in your pantry right now, quietly undermining your muscle and leg health. This is a critical step, so stay tuned. Secret number 5. The hidden saboteur you need to cut out: refined carbs and sugar. Let's be honest, some of the most common foods in our kitchens might be quietly working against your muscle health. I'm talking about white bread in your sandwiches, the crackers you snack on, those cookies with your afternoon tea, and yes, even sugary sodas that feel like a harmless treat. These foods are some of the biggest silent enemies when it comes to aging strong. Here's why. When you eat refined carbs and sugars, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. Your body rushes to release insulin to keep things in balance. But when this happens too often, your muscles start to develop something called insulin resistance. In simple terms, your muscle cells become less responsive to insulin, and that's a big problem. Why? Because insulin is like a key that unlocks your muscle cells' doors, letting in glucose for energy and amino acids for repair. If those doors stay locked, your muscles don't get the fuel or building blocks they need, even if you're eating plenty of protein. Plus, this high-sugar environment fuels chronic low-grade inflammation, which, as we've seen, causes muscles to waste away and weakens your whole body. What happens when you cut back on these foods? You'll feel it fast. Within weeks, your energy will stay steady throughout the day. No more crashing mid-afternoon. Your mind will feel clearer, and that brain fog will start to lift. Most importantly, you'll create an internal environment where your muscles are ready to absorb nutrients and rebuild, not break down. Here's an easy switch. Trade white bread for 100% whole grain varieties. Swap out white potatoes for sweet potatoes or carrots, rich in vitamins and fiber. Instead of cookies, reach for a handful of nuts like almonds. These simple changes make a world of difference by replacing a muscle saboteur with powerful allies for your health. Avoiding these hidden saboteurs is essential. But now, let's move on to the ultimate power duo for your muscles and the bones they support. Secret number 6. The powerful bone and muscle duo. Vitamin D and vitamin K2. We can't talk about strong muscles without mentioning the bones they rely on. These two systems work hand in hand. No matter how strong your muscles are, if your bones are weak, you're at a much higher risk of fractures that can seriously affect your independence. This is where vitamin D and vitamin K2 form the perfect team. You've probably heard of vitamin D, the famous sunshine vitamin. It helps your body absorb calcium, which is essential for healthy bones. But recent research shows vitamin D does much more. It actually interacts directly with your muscle tissue. Studies, including those published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, link low vitamin D levels to a significantly higher risk of falls among seniors, not just because of bone weakness, but also because of poor muscle function and balance. Now here's the part that many overlook: vitamin K2. Think of vitamin D as the key that brings calcium into your body, but vitamin K2 is the traffic controller that tells calcium where to go. Vitamin K2 activates proteins that send calcium into your bones and teeth where it belongs, and importantly, keeps calcium out of your arteries and soft tissues, preventing harmful calcification that can stiffen blood vessels. They're a dynamic duo. You need both to stay strong inside and out. The benefits? A dramatic drop in your risk of falls and fractures, the biggest threats to staying independent as we age. Knowing your bones and muscles are strong gives you confidence to move freely and safely every day. Here's the advice. 1. Get sensible sun exposure when possible. 2. Eat foods rich in vitamin D, fatty fish, egg yolks, and vitamin K2, fermented foods like natto or quality cheeses. 3. Most importantly, consider a supplement combining vitamin D3 and vitamin K2, MK7 form, for best results. And don't guess your vitamin D status. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test. It's the smartest step to know exactly where you stand. Now here's the big one. The final secret that could change how your muscles behave while you sleep. You might think it's something complicated or expensive, but actually, it's a simple food, easily found in most kitchens, and surprisingly powerful. Cottage cheese. Why cottage cheese? Because it contains a special kind of protein called casein. And casein is unique. Unlike other proteins that are absorbed quickly, casein digests slowly. This means when you eat it before bedtime, it feeds your muscles steadily throughout the night. Think of it as a slow, gentle stream of nourishment that keeps your muscle repair and growth going, instead of letting your body slip into muscle breakdown while you rest. Scientific studies, including research from Maastricht University, confirm that this slow-release protein increases muscle building during sleep. That's huge, because nighttime is when our bodies tend to lose muscle mass if we don't give them the right fuel. So what does this look like for you? Just half a cup of low-fat, unsalted cottage cheese about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Add some fresh berries if you want a touch of natural sweetness and antioxidants. This isn't a quick fix. It's a gentle, effective way to protect your muscles while you sleep, waking up stronger, less stiff, and more ready to move through your day. When combined with the anti-inflammatory power of salmon, the strength boost from creatine, and the bone support from vitamins D and K2, cottage cheese completes a natural strategy to keep you active and independent. Remember, it's not one miracle step, but a series of small habits that build up your strength day by day. Tonight, try this simple step. Tomorrow, add some spinach to your meals. Small choices like these create a foundation for lasting health and freedom. And don't forget, talk to your doctor about your vitamin D levels and if creatine might be right for you. Before you go, if this video surprised you, leave a comment below and tell me, which secret will you try first? And if this video helped you understand how simple, natural choices can transform your health after 50, please hit the like button to show your support. Thank you for watching, and if you found this information valuable, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's free and really supports us in bringing you more reliable health tips. Just hit the subscribe button right below. And while you're there, tap the bell icon so YouTube alerts you every time we post new videos about natural nutrition and wellness. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.